Hi guys, welcome to a new video and a new episode of I'm Always Right and Everyone Else is Wrong. So in today's episode we have yet another hint that Supernatural is not ending for good. It is officially ending still season 15, but might come back in the future. I've been covering the hints of a comeback for at least 3 months now. Been talking about it. Pretty much I'm the only channel who's been talking about it. Everyone else has been dismissing it and saying that's impossible, it's never gonna happen. I mean, lately all the hints we've been getting is just straight in your face, you cannot really deny it. And today we have a new interview by J2 and we have yet another hint by Jensen Ackles specifically towards the end of the interview, at the very end actually. That reminds me of something Jensen Ackles said in his tweet when they announced the show's ending. On Twitter he said something along the lines of Supernatural never dies, never stays dead, and he says something similar here in this interview. So we're gonna skip towards the end of the interview. We're gonna see a little bit of it at the beginning, then we're gonna skip right past to the end to see what Jensen said. Again, yet another hint that the show is not ending for good. More great news today, so let's get right into the interview.
Don't start that. Stop it. It's a really strange feeling, I guess. And I remember doing this, and I'm a nostalgic. I'm a little crybaby, so I'm certainly thinking about being here, like season 1, doing these, trying to talk about this new show that we hope will, catch on or something. And now being here and knowing we're saying goodbye to it, it's an interesting
season 1
feeling.
goodness.
I'm very proud of what's gone on, and I think we're going to go out with a bang and have a great time doing what we're doing and remain 100% committed to Dean Winchester and Sam Winchester and the story that we have to tell. So, don't call me on April 3rd because it'll just be so.
All of us will be like that.
Or this time next year when we're like, why aren't we working?
Yeah.
What happened to us?
Well, I'm going to be.
Can always come back, guys.
To pay my mortgage. So.
Well, it was interesting. We got a nice final season gift from Warner Brothers. It was this. This beautiful serving tray that had this beautiful inlay thing designed on it, and I was like, oh wow, this is a very cool thing. Usually it's like a bag or it's a radio or something like that, but this is very beautiful serving. And I was like, that's really beautiful. This is nice. I'm sure it'll look great in my home. And then I thought about it. I was like, are they just trying to get us prepared for
your next
introducing
job.
us back into the workforce?
Hopefully.
Yeah, next year you'll be unemployed.
Oh God! Oh no! I'm like, I gotta figure out how to work the Aloha system and the POS, and
I gotta get an actual job.
I'm not gonna get an actual
I
job.
don't have to wear makeup for a living anymore.
Favorite memories. There's been a lot.
Alright, so this is the beginning of the interview. As I said, I want to skip the important part in the end. I just want to hear what they were saying about the ending at first. Again, they've been saying similar things lately about how they're gonna feel lost after Supernatural ends, what they're gonna do next year and all of that. They don't have any immediate plans after Supernatural ends. That is their word. I take their word for it. A lot of fans are speculating oh, they might have other plans not telling us about. Well, that's in your imagination. So I'll take what the guys tell us. I trust them. So if they say they don't have any plans for after Supernatural, that's what I take from them. And I believe them. They have nothing planned after Supernatural, and they might just take a couple of years off. They might do other movies. I doubt they do other shows, but they might do other movies or something. Or maybe small cameos in shows, not like a full-on show. Not a long show anyway. Nothing like Supernatural, obviously. But a movie in the future is possible, like I covered before. But a return to the series is also possible after maybe a couple of years break. Takes their time, whatever. And they miss the shows, they want to come back, they love each other, they love Supernatural just like we do. The guys been with it more than any of us, pretty much their whole lives, 15 years of their lives, most of their everyday life doing Supernatural, so I'm sure they're more attached to it than anyone else. So they know what's best for them, and they've all been hinting at wanting to come back and not wanting to let go of the show. Obviously, this is great news for any fans like myself who's looking forward to a return to the show. So let's skip right to the end of the interview where we hear the new hint from Jensen that the show might not be dead for good because it is Supernatural after all.
So,
I just thought about this a moment ago and shared it with somebody that we may not have won awards, a lot of awards. We may not have things covering our mantles of accolades the show has brought us throughout the years, but walking out on that stage and hearing nearly 7,000 people applaud us, that was about as big of an award that we could have ever won in our lives. So that's why it was emotional.
It was very emotional. I still was thinking about it. If I can try to attempt to put into words, what touched me is it didn't feel like they were clapping for me. It felt like they were clapping with me. Mm-hmm. Like it felt like that's been part of the SPN family. It hadn't been like, look at us, you're welcome. No. You're welcome. It's been like, thank you. Why do you think
it was a celebration of what we'd all built?
It was a family.
Jared looks like Jim Carrey a little bit there.
Hey, I'm a cog in the wheel too. Like, we wouldn't exist without you. It's legitimate. We wouldn't exist without them, and I guess they as a fandom wouldn't exist if we didn't do what we did. So it felt like a communal, like, hey, almost like Sam and Dean, like, hey, good job. Thanks, man.
Good job, guys.
All right, let's get to work.
And do you guys have a message to your fans going
it's an important
into
part.
season 15?
Thank you. That's all I got.
Nothing ever stays dead in Supernatural.
Oh, there you go. He said it.
Message?
Nothing ever stays dead on Supernatural. Did you guys hear that? Again, similar to Jensen's tweet when he announced the show ending all the way back in March. So that is the earliest hint we got that they're thinking of a comeback in the future. At first, you might think, well, Jensen is just like being funny, using like a joke from the show because no one ever dies on it. That's what you think at first, but I knew there was something more to it. And the hints we got later further confirmed that, obviously, especially with the recent videos I made about it. And yet again, Jensen repeats the same line he said all the way back in March. That hint he left us in a tweet that flew over most people's heads apparently, and they just took it as a joke. Wasn't a joke after all. He repeats it once again here, and he's not joking. He is not joking. He's obviously not joking, especially with the context of everything as we've been saying lately that I've been covering. So let's hear it again. And couldn't be more obvious, okay?
Message to your fans going into season 15?
Thank you. That's all I got.
Nothing ever stays dead in Supernatural.
Okay, so Jensen has a chance to say something to us about season 15, about the end. He doesn't say thank you, he doesn't say goodbye. He says something even more important. Nothing ever stays dead on Supernatural, which is obviously the tagline of the show. Everyone gets revived. And he's talking about Supernatural overall here as a show, because that is the message about the show, right? Jared says just a generic thank you, which is nice, but we get the important bit from Jensen this time. In the last interview with Jared, who gave us a hint when he said, I hope it's not the last time I play Sam. And obviously you got a hint from Jensen before when he said nothing stays dead on Supernatural in his tweet, something similar to that anyway. We got a hint from him when he texted Jared. Jared told the story, he wants to do 2 more years of Supernatural. Not a movie, not a spin-off, Supernatural as we know it. He wants to do 2 more years of it, he can at least. Not that he would do it right now, but he's open to it. And he said in the new press tour for CW thing that he's not going to close the doors. He thinks it's foolish to close the doors. And he said they're not going to be gone for long. In another new interview from Comic-Con I also covered. So all those hints, I mean, you have to be honestly blind or just like shutting your mind. You have to be very close-minded not to see all those hints leading to something in the future. At the very least, a big willingness from the cast, especially J2, who have the decision to end the show and to get back to the show if they want it. CW boss is open to them coming back too, which is awesome. So all those awesome hints that the show might come back in the future just keep getting better and better. Keeps getting positive. I'm very optimistic about the future. Obviously, when I heard the announcement, I was heartbroken about the show ending. It's part of my life, part of all our lives for many years now, depending on how long you've been watching the show. So suddenly the show just not being there anymore, it's a very strange feeling, like it's like missing your friend who you keep seeing every year, but they're not there anymore, because J2 are like our on-screen friends, Sam and Dean bros, and they're gonna be gone after all these years, and seemed very sudden too. So I'm very happy with all the hints we've been getting, that there is some positivity, some optimism about the future. And I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in hopefully not very long future, hopefully in the near future, not longer than 2 years, hopefully. Hopefully they come back to the series, not a spin-off, not a movie. I want the show. I want him to get back to the show again. And they want that too, according to all the interviews and hints I've been getting from them. So, all good news, guys. I think we're gonna keep getting those awesome positive hints as the new season starts and more interviews come along, and towards the end of season 15, I think we're gonna get even more hints. It's gonna be obviously an emotional official ending and everything, but the hints will keep coming, and very happy to keep covering them here on Weird Winchester for you. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Subscribe for more awesome Spreadshirt content. Until next time, as always, no chick flick moments.
You know, the show could go for many more years and still be a great show.
Let's do it.
Leaving not only the fans wanting more, but also us wanting more. Like, I hope this isn't the last time I'll play Sam Winchester.
We won't be gone long, I promise.
Weird decision. And then I'm going to sell him out. When Jensen got to Vancouver 2 weeks ago, I have a text message from him. He's like, man, crazy being back in Vancouver. I feel like we could do 2 more years. And I was like, let's talk, man. Like,